only 107 miles an hour.
Still break point.
See, Morrison had way more chances, but neither guy converting that many of them. And that's 2 serves to the forehand and 2 shank replies from Morrison.
Deuce.
Afternoon, late evening I should say, in Paris. Stade Roland Garros Court 1, and Monica Seles is 2 points away from losing the first set after she had the lead. Chances to break, to really go up here in the first set. She's in trouble now. 20-year-old Russian serving for the set, and she's got 3 set points.
It's just been a terrible first set for Monica Seles. That is her 21st unforced error in this set. When she was at the top of her game, hitting much harder than, just going for her shots. 6 unforced errors a set was a lot for her. She's serving at 50%. She's already had 9 double faults.
Gallant counts.
Close it out. Seles holding her off twice. Still set point.
Petrova, you can hear how angry she was at herself for throwing in that very timid second serve. Seles will look to jump on this one as well.
That sails. Petrova comes back. She's in real trouble, but has won the last few games, and that wins her first set 6-4 back live to the French Open.
Sony Vaio owners are accustomed to getting a little extra attention.
There's your coffee, sir.
Check out the Z1 notebook with it.
She did not win her match today. She lost 6-1, 6-2 to Andreskova of Czechoslovakia, but still a personal triumph for a Moroccan woman. Hishin Merazi, Yunus El Anawi, male Moroccans also would move on to round number 2, but now there's been a Moroccan woman play in the French Open. We talked about Venus Williams trying to close out the first set against Samantha Reeves. Let's join Mal and Pam.
And Venus Williams serving to Samantha Reeves with Mary Jo Fernandez. Point for One Love. It was 2-1 Reeves, and since then it's been all Venus, which Mary Jo, you predicted.
Well, she started to step inside the baseline. See a great return from Reeves. Started controlling some more of the points. Still not playing at 100%, but at least her intentions are the right ones now.
Saw Monica Seles having all sorts of trouble with some service yips. Well, these two started off horribly on serve. Reeves 7 double faults, Venus 6. 4 straight breaks to start off. Now a game point for Venus to win her 6th game in a row.
Seles, like Venus, has not played a lot of matches coming into this year's French Open. Not match tough.
Speaking of the devil, you know, Venus's problem on the second serve is she just doesn't keep her head up. She has a lot of her body and her arm and her head just falling away from the ball. See what the head does here if it sort of comes down and sometimes to the left. And yes, her body sometimes is almost at a 45-degree angle at impact. And her body comes straight down instead of into the court. There's no momentum.
And even though she's 6'1", she should still be hitting up to the ball. And she's coming down, like you said, Pam, that left side really drops rapidly.
So Samantha Reeves starting off the way she started in the first set with a break of serve. 1-love. Speaking of the first set, this is what happened. A nervous start for both players, particularly Venus on serve.
Well, the first few games, it was Samantha Reeves who was initiating play, was playing aggressively, even though Venus gets away with that point. She was dictating play. Finally, after about 5 games of the match, it was Venus who stepped it up, started coming into net. Finds herself winning the set 6-2.
Yeah, Venus held at 2-all. That was the first hold of this first round match. And from 3-2 after the hold, she ran the tables in that first set. But Reeves with a nice start. But she needs to figure out how to hold serve, something she's not yet done in this first round match.
Those are the types of points we should be seeing in this match from Venus Williams.
0-15.
Reeves does not have the power of a Davenport or Capriati to be taking the initiative as often as she has in this match. Picking her head up once again on that forehand. A little tentative. This is contagious.
Yeah, and believe me, it is contagious because your mind starts to think about the quality of serves in the match and don't think positively about it. Next thing you know, it's double fault number 8 for both of you. Now, this is only Venus's 5th tournament of the year, plus the Fed Cup tie in Lowell, Massachusetts about a month ago.
Enjoying that last rally. Reeves stepping in, flattening out her backhand. Takes a chance, gets to net. A little awkward volley, but very positive point.
Positive reaction to a positive point. 30-all. Reeves has not held serve yet, so you have to look at 30-all as a chance. Instead, unforced error after a long point and great opportunity again for Venus. Venus, stoic as always. A lot of people asking her questions about her mood these days. Been injured some. She's not winning as many tournaments as she did 2 summers ago.
Mademoiselle Williams.
Game to Venus Williams, 1-all. In fact, she's now ranked 3 in the world. Does it bother you?
Of course, you know, I'm not highly interested in remaining number 3. Of course, this isn't my goal. But I think that all in all, in the past year, I've been a lot of the times the best player, sometimes almost the best player. I think my results, more than anything, have shown more than the rankings.
Well, definitely in the Grand Slams. She's been to all 4 finals, and had it been any other player, we would have said what a fabulous year they had. But because Venus has lost to Serena, her little sister, takes a little bit away. But Venus has only won 1 tournament this year in Belgium, and before that, it was in the summer in New Haven. Seles in big trouble now, down a set and 3 love.
You got to believe the unease on serve is really hurting all of Monica Seles' game. We're seeing a very similar start here in the second set as we saw in the first set. 4 straight breaks starting off the match. Good serve there from Venus, who was in trouble at love 30. Now 15-30, trying to avoid 3 straight breaks to start off the second.
By the way, I saw Monica Seles warming up almost 12 hours ago. Wanted to get out here, get a hit in with her hitting partner, 2 on a court instead of 4. Long day for her. Reeves not getting discouraged as she hasn't been able to hold serve. She still keeps trying to attack. Backhand is her best side.
Break point. Venus testing that sideline a couple of times. The last one, a winner.
Mademoiselle Reeves.
Venus has only won 1 tournament this year. That was in Antwerp, Belgium. She beat Kleisters in the finals.
Égalité.
Last round of qualifying, we saw another lucky loser almost take out the defending men's champion Albert Costa earlier today. Reutemann from Argentina, 2 sets, 4-1.
Years of age, Samantha Reeves, actually born in Redwood City, California, but lives in Wisconsin. Very unusual combination. Usually somebody is maybe born in Wisconsin, then moves to Southern California or South Florida.
Positive point by Venus here. This is what she has to look to do. Hit an offensive approach shot, close the net. Much better point.
Williams.
Well, Venus Williams holds on to serve. She won the first set 6-2. She's up 2-1 in the second set of this first round. Now let's go to Cliff and Mary, who's watching Seles.
Pam thinks she's in trouble. At first set, she had the lead 4-3, had break points to go up, and then serve for the set didn't happen. And she's now lost the first set 6-4, 4 games to love. She's having difficulty winning points now. Deuce in this game at 4-love for Petrova.
And there seems to be an air of resignation about Monica Seles, which we tend not to see. She's a great fighter, Monica Seles. She always has been, but Petrova has got a pretty nice lock on this match right now, and Monica Seles continues to struggle.
20-year-old from Russia.
Three-time champion Monica Seles. She's had so many injuries. She's just been riven with them the last couple of years. And the thing about Seles is at this stage in her career especially, you know, she's getting on in years. And, there are so many athletes around her that she respects and knows, you know, they're better jocks than she is. So if you take away her fitness, you've taken away an awful lot of her confidence.
Break point for 5-love.
And I wonder aloud how much longer Monica Seles will be playing tennis.
29 years old. Chang is out. Will she follow? For so long. Love 30.
Well, apart from all of Monica Seles' injuries of late, she lost one of her dearest friends in the whole world, Mark McCormick. He founded IMG, Sports Management Group, and he's the guy who convinced her to come back and play after 27 months. So she got stabbed
by a fan in Germany who's never been back.
Absolutely devastated Monica. She lost her father a couple of years ago, Seles, just a few weeks before the French Open. Got to the final there before losing to Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. And Hamburg, of course, is the site of the stabbing by a crazed Steffi Graf fan who wanted Graf to get back to #1.
And who got his wish.
And never spent jail time, which to this day galls and upsets Monica Seles. And me. So many others. Well, a great point.
Nadia Petrova of Russia. And take out Monica Seles, number 12 seed from the USA. Reminder, 4-3 first set Seles had. Had 3 break points in that game, did not convert, then played a terrible game in her own serve to lose it. And Petrova went on to win the set. Now 5 games to love and deuce.
Seles lost in the second round of the first major of the year, the Australian Open. And a first round loss here will only make her face even more questions from us, from the press, about when she is going to call it quits.
Match point, Nadia Petrova. Day 2 first round, and as you saw, she's never lost the first round of a slam. Match point. Petrova was starting to walk forward like might be it.
Seles apologized for that winner. This woman is the most gracious winner and loser I've ever seen.
Talking about the foot injury, Coach. Marion, that may be a factor here in this match.
Oh, well, she, as Mary just said, she hasn't played a lot of tennis. She pulled out 3 straight tournaments because of the foot injury and pulled out against Petrova. Last tournament she played because of the foot injury. And again, she's not fit. She just can't be.
So that does it. Monica Seles, and the pro seed is gone from the French Championship. She joins Michael Chang earlier, a loser here. Straight sets. Nadia Petrova, second round. A smile, but you can be sure that inside she is crying, as you said, a gracious, very gracious loser and winner, Monica Seles.
Well, we've had great, gracious champions, and Chris Evert springs immediately to mind, but Monica, more than anyone I've ever met, just gives credit to the other player, or as she always used to say, the other opponent. Well, the other opponent won today in a match that was really largely negative tennis from Monica Seles.
That opens that section of the draw. In the women's singles, Seles leads court 1. And she will leave at the same time with that the French Championship for 2003. We'll be back with more live from Roland Garros after this.
Finally, Samantha Reeves has held serve a couple of times.
Thanks to Venus Williams' unforced errors, they're up to 33. Still very erratic, very shaky, not sure of herself, Venus, in this match.
Oh, 0.
You can see last 7 Grand Slams against other players, 37-1, against her sister, 1-4. Of course, the last loss Serena had at a major was the finals of the U.S. Open of 2001 in the finals.
40.
Quick 3 points for Venus. Games have not been easy out there today.
Williams.
Venus Williams up 4-3, 2 games away from a win for sure.
You gelling? No telling how much I'm gelling. You gelling?
You know I'm gelling. Hey, Ellen, you gelling?
I'm gelling like a felon. You want some melon?
Nah, but hey, I'm like mud gelling. I'm so gelling.
Nice.
Are you gelling yet? Dr. Scholl's massaging gel insoles are made from the softest gel ever created. If you and your shoes don't feel outrageously comfortable, you get your money back. Guaranteed.
I'm gelling.
You're not gelling. You're so not gelling.
Are you gelling yet? Dr. Scholl's. Look, feel, do better.
Village Lincoln Mercury announces an offer to stop you in your tracks. 0% financing for 60 months on all new Lincoln and Mercury vehicles. Or get $5,000 cash back on select models. 0 interest for 5 years on Lincoln Navigator, Town Car, LS. Even on the new Lincoln Aviator. Absolutely no finance charges on Mercury Mountaineer, Sable, or Grand Marquis. Inventory won't last long with 0% financing. Village Lincoln Mercury of Irving. Exit O'Connor off Highway 183.
Alex loves to paint. Before surgery, his seizures made it almost impossible. Now, he's painting a brighter future.
Alex is one of millions of children with hope because of Children's Miracle Network. We are the alliance of premier children's hospitals dedicated to serving all children. Your support can make miracles happen.
First point on her serve. She finally got on track 2 service games ago with a hold. She's repeated that, so she's going for a 3rd hold in a row. That from someone who failed to hold any of her first 5 service games. second day of first round action. Everyone else waiting for Venus. Dominikovic of Australia through with a win.
Pretty good looking draw for Venus Williams. Verena Elia from Italy would be her toughest opponent. She just had a win in Strasbourg, but not someone who can hurt Venus a lot. Venus going towards Capriati, that quarter of the draw.
It's actually the part of the draw that the Moroccan qualifier, Chris Fowler, featured and was brave enough to pronounce her last name, but Bahia is her first name. I guess the first time in tennis you could say, what section of the draw are you on? I'm in the Moroccan section of the draw. First time in women's tennis history. Remember when Dali Randrian Teffy became the first player from Madagascar to ever gain entry into a Grand Slam. So women's tennis emerging throughout the world in markets we never thought.
Big point coming up for Venus Williams. Would love to get a break here and try to close this match out. By both players in this match, but Venus once again just not getting a lot on her shots. Getting a few off her back foot.
Point for 4-all.
Reeves.
Trying to be the last of the top women players to get through to the second round, and you got to hand it to the French crowd. 20 to 9 p.m. and still a pretty respectable crowd hanging in here. Started play at 11 a.m. Paris time. Might as well get your money's worth.
And it stays light till about 9:45, more or less.
Her earring was stuck in the up position throughout that point. Just lowered the flaps on it. Venus Williams, we've mentioned how little tennis she's played, and 4-all. These are pressure games now on the Venus Williams serve. We know she served a lot of double faults. 8 in the match.
Reeves attacking once again. Getting up to that net, getting Venus Williams off balance. You can tell Venus on the clay not as comfortable. She can slide, but it's how she comes out of that slide.
Break point. No, it's full time. Excuse me, it's 30-all now. It's just 15-30, a pressure point. See, there's that earring again. See, that would start to bother me. I would like lose concentration. Earrings flipping up over ears. Of course, just about anything could set off my concentration.
Talk about Venus's movement on the clay, and she still gets so many balls. She's used to hitting the open stance on both sides, but she likes to have that outside foot just really stable, and sometimes on the clay, it's not the case.
One of the best points of the match for Venus Williams. She's up 6-2, 5-4.
Mademoiselle Williams mène par 5 jeux à 4.
Need to call collect? Dial 1-800-COLLECT.
Huh? Everyone knows about 1-800-COLLECT. Thanks, that totally makes sense.
He's seen the light. 1-800-COLLECT. Save $1 or $2.
For the best protection against water damage, one name says it all. Thompson's Water Seal, wood protector plus waterproofer for the highest level of water protection guaranteed. Thompson's Water Seal and New Advance, the most powerful protection against water damage.
Edge. Cadillac CTS. Breakthrough.
After almost 10 hours of action, day 2 of the French Open, Venus Williams, her match 9 p.m. in Paris. Samantha Reeves serving to stay in the match.
Premier service.
You know what it means when so many of the courts are finished this early? It actually means the weather's been great. The schedule's been able to run through as planned, and that has been one of the great things about the first 2 days of the French Open. Perfect weather. It's going to be getting hotter the next couple of days.
Red clay court. This is the drop shot, and if Venus is playing well, she will use it. Gets her opponent, draws her in, and then finds the opening. Look at the open stance.
Perfect illustration, Mary Jo, why you've got to hit that ball down the line, because once you go cross court and leave that line wide open. See, the left wrist is taped on Reeves. It's often the way with a two-handed backhand. That left wrist takes a lot of the burden on the two-handed shot, doesn't it?
It sure does. We've seen Lindsay Davenport have a lot of problems with her left wrist through the years.
Crowd knows that their chance to watch more tennis is dwindling. 15-30, 2 points from a win, Venus Williams. Forced error, and now 2 match points.
Not often you see Venus go that one-handed slice, defensive play. She finds a way to stay in that last rally. Lucky loser gets a lucky call. Lucky break on match point.
Venus's mom, Oracene Price, even enjoyed that. Not as much as Samantha Reeves. Yes, it's over the net. I'm still alive. I've already lost once in this championship. I'm a lucky loser, but I'm still in it.
C'était match. Mademoiselle Williams commence à 0. 6-2, 6-4.
Venus Williams, a big smile, and she has not played many matches. She'd be happy to be able to win that 4-all, winning the 2 games in a row to close it out.
Mom didn't look too happy after that win, but a win is a win. She's into the second round. She can get better. She'll have to get better, and she's going to go all the way for the first time here in Paris. Samantha Reeves played a great match.
Mom still looks unhappy. There's her part of the draw. Farina Ellier, the seed, would be a match in the 3rd round. Venus Williams, number 3 seed, no longer number 2. She's through to the 2nd round.
It's time to get to LensCrafters and get glasses or sunglasses for only $99. Choose from great-looking sunglasses.
Majors. I mean, it was one of the great stories tennis had ever seen. The comeback story of Jennifer Capriati.
She's been the comeback queen. She got to number 1. She was number 1 this time last year. She's starting this French Open at number 7. What a great story to be so far out and to really pick yourself up. Work hard, get yourself in shape, and come back when women's tennis is at an all-time high.
Oh, again, the movement, the agility. I think what Capriati was telling us was that don't be surprised. I might have another comeback in me. And Mary Jo, if I was a top player now, not named Williams, I would really think that the French Open might be the best chance of all the majors, because it's not the Williams' strongest surface.
And because she's won here before. She has that belief, Capriati.
40-15.
Mademoiselle Capriati. Une par 4 jeux à 2.
Capriati up 4-2. See that a lot, where players just hit their racket on the bottom of their shoe to get rid of that clay surface, so the footing is just a little bit better. I suppose it helps, but you'd think as soon as they put their foot down a couple times, it would just clog up the soles of the shoe again. Talked about French Open back when Capriati was 14 years of age. That was the first time she got to the semis here. Look how old she was when she got here the second time. 11 years older, 10 years older at Wimbledon and the U.S. Open. It's extraordinary the gulf of non-results at majors that Capriati had. I think the thing that blows me away the most, she didn't even win a match for 5 years. Not one first-round match.
Bartoli not minding the pace right now from Capriati. She's set up to hit it. She hits it so early on the rise.
These two have never played.
Same surface.
Good anticipation by Capriati, guessing to her right side, holds her ground, and then whips the forehand cross court.
A lot of shots stood up well when Capriati won the 2 majors in a row in 2001, the forehand and the serve. 2 of them.
Forehand is doing the damage again today. You see dad and coach Stefano Capriati travels with Jennifer all year round.
Mom Denise here as well. Bartoli here faces 2 break points, already down a break. Just 1 strike of the ball for Capriati, and she has a 2-break edge. When we come back, she'll be serving for the first set. It was during the stretch where Capriati was dominating Serena Williams. Capriati would also defeat Serena in the quarters of Wimbledon in 3 sets. And then, about 6 weeks later at the Canadian Open, summer of '01, Serena would beat Capriati, and that's where the tides turned. Capriati has not defeated Serena Williams since, and Capriati also has losing streaks to another top 5 player, Emily Mauresmo, who she used to beat.
Oh, she struggled against the big players in 3-set matches.
Capriati, you can see with 3 majors. This is comparing over a 5-year span on your left. Navratilova, Everett, and Manlikova with 21 majors over a 3-year stretch. Serena, Venus, and Capriati with 11. Navratilova leading the way, but again, that was a 5-year stretch on the left, 3 on the right. What it means, there's not a lot left over when you have players, several players that dominate winning majors. In your era, would have been Seles, Graf, Sanchez Vicario won, I think, 4 majors.
When I first started, it was still Christie and Martina.
Double fault, 30 all.
Game has changed so much. I played for 14 years, and to see the game develop from the Chrissy Martina days to Steffi and Monica. So now the Williams sisters got to play all of them and just different levels every single time. Set point for Capriati. Played a fantastic first set.
And a few loose points from Capriati in this first set.
Capriati's serve has held up nicely in this first set. She knew going into this match that Bartoli's weapon was the return.
Right off the line. That one's wide. Now a break point. You know, when you get a heavy hitter like Bartoli, you want to try and wrap up sets. First time you can serve for it. She could be a streaky player if she gets going, Bartoli. Tentative first serve.
Just trying to get that one in.
The serve just left Jennifer Capriati in that game. Now 3-5.
Well, right until that moment, Capriati was serving well. She was hitting her second serve, going after it, knowing that Bartoli hits that second serve so early, takes time away from her.
Experience. You're 18 years of age. You're from France. You're on one of the big courts named after the greatest French champion of all on the women's side, Susan Langlong, and you have to pause before you serve. Might be a nice little adrenaline rush a couple of times for Bartoli. Got to learn to control that. You know she's concerned because the serve is, as you pointed out, one of her vulnerable shots.
Well, she wants to respond right away in this game. Love to take the pressure off Capriati and break to win this set and then just start again in the second. When things get tight, it is a serve that goes for Capriati. That ball toss starts to wander. It's like delayed.
Had a lot of grunting in the previous match here. Kirtan and Arazi.
Disappointing match.
Yep, terrible. Kirtan only losing 2 games in an effort that Arazi should be ashamed of. But he was grunting well. Biggest point of the first set. I guess the biggest point probably was in the last game. It was set point for Capriati, but now that that's gone, I mean, these moments are huge for the teenager who's trying to see if she can't really challenge the former champion here, Capriati.
Stroke. Capriati gets another set point.
She couldn't end it on her own serve. Sometimes Capriati prefers to return on set point than serve. Perfect on her break chances so far. You had a feeling she was going to take a return winner in the first set to Jennifer Capriati, 6-3. Pam Shriver, Mary Jo Fernandez. Did you play a few matches on this court, Mary Jo?
I did in the last couple of years of my career. Did a couple dramatic matches against Seles and against Graf.
Dramatic winning matches?
Unfortunately not.
Sorry.
But 3 setters. But I like this court. The ball sounds very good on this court. It's a little bit slower.
It's an example of when Bartoli absolutely needs to learn how to take her hand off to give her better reach. Look at this. With both hands on, your reach is really inhibited. .40-15.
Premier service.
Capriati's serve faltered when she had a lead when she was serving for the first set at 5-2. Called wide. Capriati, though, can ask chair umpire Dennis Overberg. You can see the intersection of the ball mark and the line looks to be touching.
So close. The shot spot actually looked like it just missed. But they're going to play the point over again.
It's not like it's a huge point. I mean, it's first game, second set, 40-15 on Capriati's serve.
Still can't believe how close Bartoli is inside that baseline to return the first serve.
And the ball just dooms by her. Capriati, one love.
Good on the drive. The floor is opened up with Baylor putting the pressure out front. Driving lanes are created. Washington took it to the rim.
Andre White back on the floor for Baylor, having replaced John Lucas. Seaman drops it low. Roberts goes to work against Tomacek down there. Back to Gwynn. Softly won't go. Bounced off the heel of the rim and back out again.
Baylor's had some great opportunities their last two times down and haven't gotten anything to show for it.
One of those games, too, Paul, you have the feeling you better convert those. You might look back in a little bit and wish you had it.
No, I don't think either one of these teams has got the quality to run away from their opponent today. So you figure a close ball game, it should go down to the wire.
Ronald Ross for Texas Tech. Dowdney.
Dowdney needs to hit something. Try to loosen things up a little more.
Tried to feed it down inside to Washington and missed him. And the turnover by Tech is their sixth of the ball game. Baylor up by 5:56 left in the first half.
Trying to thread the needle through the entire defense. Pass was there.
He was asking for it and then didn't catch it.
Last pass came in just above the knees, something that should have been handled.
Across the way, Bobby Knight working on an official, standing right behind him in front of his bench. White with a three-point try that won't go. He's having some tough shooting luck. Andre White 1 for 5 in this ball game.
Yeah, in the start today and not shy on the offensive end. Usually a guy getting his first start, he'll try to blend in, don't stand out, but White is letting him go.
Ross, Dowdney. Emmett with a three-point try that's too strong. The rebound battle for Seaman comes.